Thank you, she said, for being there today. For all of this. I know this is just a contract for you, a business arrangement, but you've made me feel safe, cared for. I haven't felt that since my mom died. Every good intention, I had fled in the face of her honesty. It's not just a contract to me, I heard myself say. You're not just a surrogate, Shada. I'm what? She whispered, stepping closer. This was it. The moment where I could pull back, make a joke, retreat behind professional boundaries. The smart thing to do. I've never claimed to be smart about matters of the heart. You're becoming important to me, I admitted. More important than you should be. Her breath caught. Thema, The front door slammed open. Ken stood there, looking worse than I'd ever seen him. His skin was gray, his eyes sunken. We need to talk, he said. Both of you. Now. The spell shattered. Shada stepped back, wrapping her arms around herself. I straightened, lawyer mask sliding into place. What's wrong? I asked. Ken laughed, a bitter sound. What isn't wrong? The cancer's spreading faster than they thought. The other disease is progressing. My doctors give me 6 months, maybe a year, if I'm lucky. He looked at Shada, then at me. And my wife is in love with the woman carrying our child. The words hung in the air like an accusation. Ken, I started. Don't, he cut me off. Don't insult me by denying it. I've seen how you look at her. How you rush home every day. How you can't go 5 minutes without checking on her. Shada made a small sound of distress. This isn't her fault, I said sharply. If you have a problem with me, I don't have a problem with you, Thema. That's what you don't understand. Ken slumped against the doorframe, suddenly looking exhausted. I don't care that you're in love with her. I never loved you. You never loved me. That was the point. Then what is this about? I demanded. It's about appearances. It's about my campaign, my legacy. The press is already circling about my health. If they catch wind that my wife is having an affair with our surrogate, it's over. Everything I've worked for, finished. This isn't an affair, I said coldly. Nothing has happened. Yet, Ken said. But it will. I know you, Thema. Once you've made up your mind about something, you're relentless. And you've made up your mind about her. He wasn't wrong, and we all knew it. What do you want? I asked finally. I want you to be careful, discreet. Wait until after the election. After? He swallowed hard. After I'm gone. Can you do that? Can you give me that much? I looked at Shada, at the fear and confusion in her eyes, at the way she was trembling slightly. Yes, I said. I can do that. Ken nodded and shuffled away to his room, looking every bit the dying man he was. Shada and I stood in the foyer, the weight of everything unsaid pressing down on us. Thema, she whispered. What he said about you being in love with me, is it true? I could lie, should lie, but I'd never been good at lying, not when it mattered. Yes, I said simply, but you don't have to. I think I'm falling for you too, she interrupted, the words tumbling out in a rush. I know I shouldn't. You're married, you're so much older, you're sophisticated and successful, and I'm just this broke 23-year-old carrying your baby, but I can't help how I feel, and I'm sorry. I crossed the distance between us and cupped her face in my hands, stopping the flow of self-deprecating words. Don't, I said fiercely. Don't apologize for feeling. Don't put yourself down. You're brilliant and kind and strong and so beautiful. Any feelings I have are mine to deal with, not yours to apologize for. Then what do we do? She asked. We wait, I said, even though the word tasted like ash. We're careful. We protect you and the baby. And after? After Ken dies, she finished quietly. That sounds so cold. It is cold. This whole situation is cold. But it's reality. I dropped my hands, already missing her warmth. Can you do this? Wait, I mean? She nodded slowly. If it means I get to be with you eventually, I can wait. You might change your mind, I warned. Once the baby comes, once you see the reality of being with someone like me. I won't, she said with quiet certainty. I'm stubborn, remember? Despite everything, I smiled.
Yeah.
I remember. We stood there for a long moment, the air thick with longing and restraint. I should go to my room, Shada finally said.
Yeah.
Okay. But neither of us moved. Finally, I forced myself to step back. Good night, Shada. Good night, Thema. I watched her walk up the stairs, every fiber of my being screaming to follow her, to tell her everything, to kiss her the way I'd been dreaming about for weeks. Instead, I went to my room, poured myself a whiskey I didn't drink, and stared at the ceiling until dawn. The waiting had begun. The next 3 months were an exercise in exquisite torture. Shada's pregnancy progressed beautifully. Her belly swelled with our child, and I found myself constantly fighting the urge to place my hand there, to feel the baby kick, to connect with both of them in that intimate way. Sometimes she'd catch me staring and smile, this knowing, heated look that made my pulse race. We developed unspoken rules. No touching beyond what was absolutely necessary. No being alone together in bedrooms. No late-night conversations that might lead somewhere we couldn't come back from. But God, the tension. It was a living thing between us, crackling in the air every time we passed each other in the hallway, every time our eyes met across the dinner table, every time her laugh filled the house and my heart. I threw myself into work with renewed intensity. The Them law firm had never been more successful, and I had never been more miserable in victory. You won another one, Henry said, finding me in my office late one evening. The Martinez case. Complete acquittal. Good, I said absently, already pulling up the next file. Thema, you're destroying yourself. I'm fine. You're not fine. You're working 80-hour weeks, you've lost weight, and I haven't seen you smile in months. He sat down across from me. Talk to me. There's nothing to talk about. How's the surrogate? My hands stilled on the keyboard. Her name is Shada, and she's fine. The baby's healthy. Everything is proceeding according to plan. And Ken?
Dying.
Slowly. The treatments buy him time, but not much. The doctors think he has another few months. I'm sorry, I shrugged. It is what it is. Thema. Henry waited until I looked at him. What are you going to do? After? After he dies, you mean? The words felt brutal, but they were honest. I don't know. Honor his memory. Handle the estate. Try to salvage whatever pieces of myself are left. And Shada. What about her? Don't play dumb with me. I've known you too long. You're in love with her. It doesn't matter. Of course it matters. It's the only thing that matters. I stood up, pacing to the window. From my office on the 40th floor, the city sprawled below like a circuit board, all lights and connections. She's 23, Henry. I'm 35. She's carrying my child as a business transaction. The power imbalance alone. She's an adult who can make her own choices, Henry interrupted. And from what you've told me, she seems more than capable of standing up for herself.
You have reached this point. Please subscribe for more. Thank you.
She lost her mother. She has no one. I'm paying her a significant amount of money. How can I be sure her feelings are real and not just gratitude? Loneliness? Financial dependency? Can she be sure yours are real? Henry countered. Maybe you're just lonely too. Maybe you're projecting your desire for family onto the first woman in years who's made you feel something. The words hit like a slap. Get out, Thema. I said, get out, Henry. This conversation is over. He left, but his words haunted me all night. Was I projecting? Was this just loneliness masquerading as love? I'd built my entire adult life around being alone, around not needing anyone. And now suddenly I needed her? Needed Shada's smile like air, needed her laugh like water, needed her presence like sunlight. I got home past midnight to find the living room lit with a soft glow. Shada was curled up on the couch, one hand on her pronounced belly, the other holding a book. You're up late, I said, setting down my briefcase. Couldn't sleep. The baby keeps kicking. She smiled at me, and my heart did that stupid flutter it always did. How was your day? Long, complicated. Won a case. That's amazing. She set aside her book. You always win. Not always. When was the last time you lost? I thought about it. In court? 4 years ago. In life. I looked at her directly. Every day for the past 3 months. Her breath caught. Thema.
Sorry.
I shouldn't have said that. I moved to leave, but she called my name.
Stay. Please.
Just sit with me for a minute. Every instinct screamed at me to refuse, to maintain distance, to protect us both. Instead, I found myself sinking into the chair across from her. Can I ask you something? Shada said quietly. Of course. Do you regret it? Agreeing to the surrogacy?
What? No.
Why would you think that? You've been different lately. More distant. I thought maybe you regretted bringing me into your life, into this mess with Ken and the campaign and everything. I leaned forward, elbows on my knees. Shada, I don't regret you. I could never regret you. You've brought more light into this house in 5 months than it's seen in 6 years. Then why do you pull away every time we get close? Why do you work such long hours? Why do you look at me sometimes like I'm breaking your heart? Because you are, I admit it, the words tearing from somewhere deep inside. You're breaking my heart in the most beautiful way possible, and I don't know how to handle it. I've spent my entire adult life in control of my emotions, my relationships, my future. And then you walked into my life and destroyed all of that control, and it terrifies me. Tears spilled down her cheeks. I'm scared too. I'm scared that after the baby comes, you won't need me anymore. That this feeling between us will fade. That I'll just be the surrogate you used to know. That will never happen. How can you be sure? I stood up and crossed to her, kneeling beside the couch so we were eye level. Because I've never felt this way before. Because I think about you constantly. Because seeing you happy makes me happy in a way I didn't know was possible. Because the baby kicked hard enough that we both felt it through her shirt. Shada laughed through her tears. I think someone wants you to stop talking. Without thinking, I placed my hand on her belly, feeling another kick against my palm. Active tonight, huh?
Very.
It's like there's a soccer player in there. She placed her hand over mine, and the heat of her touch seared through me. Thema, I need you to know something. What? I'm not confused about my feelings. I'm not grateful or lonely or financially dependent enough to fake being in love with you. I love you because of who you are, your integrity, your passion for justice, your terrible habit of working too late, the way you always make sure I've eaten, how you hold my hair when I'm sick, how you look at me like I'm something precious. Her voice dropped to a whisper. I love you, Thema Matson. Not your money, not your status, not what you can do for me. Just you. I was drowning in her eyes, in the honesty there, in the sheer courage it took to say those words. I love you too, I whispered back. God help me, Shada, I love you so much. Then kiss me. I can't. Ken is dying in his room, completely unaware and probably unconscious from his medication. The house is huge. No one would know. We'd know. Then let's know, she said fiercely. Let's have this one moment of truth in a house full of lies and contracts and political maneuvering. Please, Thema. I need to know this is real. Later, I would blame temporary insanity. The late hour, the emotion, the pregnancy hormones affecting us both. But the truth was simpler. I was weak, and she was everything. I kissed her. Soft at first, barely a brush of lips, giving her every chance to pull away. Instead, she made a small sound of need and pulled me closer, her fingers threading through my short hair. The kiss deepened, and it was like coming home and leaving shore simultaneously, safe and terrifying and absolutely right. She tasted like the chamomile tea she'd been drinking, sweet and soothing. Her lips were soft, yielding, but her hands were urgent, demanding. When we finally broke apart, both breathing hard, I rested my forehead against hers. That was a mistake, I whispered. That was perfect, she countered. Shada. I know we can't do this, not yet. But I needed to know. And now I do. She cupped my face, her thumb stroking my cheek. I can wait now, because I know this is real. I turned my head and kissed her palm. You're going to be the death of me. I certainly hope not. I have plans for you, Miss Matson.
Despite everything, I laughed.
Oh, plans. Many plans. They involve significantly less restraint than we're currently showing. Heat flooded through me at the promise in her voice. You're playing with fire. Maybe I like the burn. I groaned and stood up, putting necessary distance between us before I did something truly reckless.
You need to sleep.
The baby needs rest. The baby is fine. The mother, on the other hand, is extremely worked up. Shada, I warned. She held up her hands in surrender, but her eyes were dancing with mischief.
Fine.
I'll go to bed, alone, in my cold, lonely room, where I'll probably dream about that kiss for hours. You're not making this easier. I'm not trying to. She stood, her belly prominent now, and I automatically moved to steady her. She caught my hand. Thank you, Thema, for the kiss, for being honest, for being you. Go to bed before I lose what's left of my self-control. She smiled, slow and devastating. Is that a promise or a threat? Both. Neither. I don't know anymore. She squeezed my hand once and headed for the stairs, throwing one last look over her shoulder that promised future trouble. I stood there long after she'd gone, my lips still tingling, my heart racing, wondering what the hell I'd just done. I'd crossed a line, broken a promise to Ken, complicated an already impossible situation, and I couldn't bring myself to regret a single second of it.